What's up, homie? Well, this is the last GPATV for this most interesting, weird, different, and challenging COVID-19 school year. We here at GPATV had to be very creative in coming up with content for you to enjoy. This is Morgan Linglet, and GPATV starts right now. Our first story comes from our senior, Justin D., and his story about learning how to bunny hop.
So starting out, if you want to get to a point where you're able to jump and do tricks and stuff, it's all learning flat ground. It's all learning how to do bunny hops. It's one of the easier things to do, but it can help you progress later on. And honestly, it's actually really fun when you're out riding in the street and things like that. So first things first, you're gonna want to learn how to get that front wheel up. Once you can do that, you gotta learn how to get that back wheel up. So to do that, either you're just gonna pull up on the bars and then you're gonna pull your legs up, and then once you get both, you can do a full-on bunny hop. So then you pull up the bars and then pull up your legs, and that's it. Then once you get that, you can start jumping over things. You can start just doing flatland tricks like doing 180s and things like that as well. Honestly, it's super fun, and a good way to learn how to get your bunny hops higher is setting up obstacles like this. And it's good having something that's able to be knocked over as well, because it is safer and you're not gonna hit something with your back tire and fall over because it completely stopped you. Another thing is, as you progress, you can add stuff to that stack, and just make sure it's gonna fall over if you do hit it. I'd rather not see somebody, set up a stack of tires on their sides going up, and they hit it and then it doesn't knock over because they're so heavy. Make sure it's not something solid and it's something that can actually be knocked over, so you're not injuring yourself. And eventually you'll be able to do something like that.
Very interesting, Justin. Up next is our resident car guru, Preston Erickson, with another auto tip. How to keep your car nice.
This is Preston Erickson from GPATV on how to make your car not break. If your car is going to be sitting in one place not doing anything, there are some things you can do to help prevent it from just breaking down on you the next time you go to use it. The first thing you want to check is the seals. Do you have the rain pan in? Does the door actually seal? Does the trunk properly seal? Next thing you want to keep healthy is the engine. If you start the car once a week, every week, for as long as it sits, just once a week, as long as you start it that once a week, it will live. If you have checked all the car seals, you start the car once a week, and occasionally put new gas in it to where it doesn't get mucky in the gas tank, and you change the oil every 6 months. If you start it once a week and it's just sitting, then your car can last almost forever without being used. This is Preston Erickson from GPATV, signing off.
Excellent, Preston. I think I'll try some of those auto care tips. Next is a story that will help you throughout life. It's Cameron Harrington's DIY, How to Put On a Tie.
Wearing a proper tie will make you look clean, fresh, and most importantly, attractive. It is the final touch to a good, smart outfit. There are people in the world that don't know how to tie one though. Today, we're going to learn how to tie a tie. Let's go check it out. Start off with the wide end of the tie in your right hand and the narrow end of the tie in your left hand. In most cases, you want to make the wide end twice as long or longer if needed as the narrow end. The first step is to wrap the wide end of the tie around the narrow end once so that the wide end is in front of the narrow end. Next, push it through the loop that is below your neck. As you can see, the knot is already starting to form. Then push the wide end of the tie through the knot. Pull it down until it cannot be pulled down any longer, while making sure everything is straight. Now pull the narrow end of the tie tight with your neck. Again, making sure that everything is straight. Pull down the collar and you're good to go. Wearing a tie will make you look professional. This has been Cameron Harrington reporting for GPATV.
Very good, Cameron. I will use that to help me in my future interviews for college and jobs. As school winds down for the new year, here's a story by Edgar Mendoza Hernandez. Last weeks of school and how to prepare.
With school coming to a close and summer break right around the corner, it feels like a good time to relax and have fun. But we aren't over just yet, so get ready as we'll discuss how to successfully get over these next few weeks. The biggest challenge during this time of year is not giving up and to keep staying productive. Sleep is an important factor when it comes to productivity, and a decrease of sleep will directly correlate to a decrease in productivity. Try to get 8 through 10 hours of sleep. If you can't get enough sleep, try taking short naps throughout the day. Sort through all your assignments and figure out which assignments are of highest priority and do those first rather than worry about an assignment's due date. Finally, email or talk to your teachers about your grades. They all care about us students and want us to succeed, so they would gladly listen to your concerns and help you in these following weeks. I hope that you all crush these following weeks. This has been Edgar Hernandez Mendoza for GPA TV.
Up next is a story about Nicos Shop.
Hey GPATV, today I'm filming about Nico. So, Nico is a auto mechanic. He works mainly on engines. He can engine swap, he can change spark plugs, he really can do a lot with engines. But he can also do other work. He does brake work, differential stuff, and other things. He has multiple work spots, but this is the main one. These are his tools. These are only a few, but there are way more. This is one of two engine cranes. One of them is occupied by a Civic and the other a Mustang. They've even got a shop dog. Her name's Tessa. So, this is Nico's Mustang that he's currently working on for a customer. It's got a few engine problems, but he can manage it. He's been working really hard. He's had the shop for about 3 years, and I really suggest him. He's a very trustworthy person, and he's very, very nice too.
Very nice, Brendan. Up next is Harmons Story that we can all appreciate. Things to do over summer.
Hello, this is Harmon from GPA TV. Today we're going to be talking about fun things that we can all do in the summertime. One thing we can do is go for a hike. There are many benefits of going on a hike. One of the benefits is that you get a lot of exercise in. Also, we can get a lot of fresh air when we are in open air. Another thing we can do is play tennis. Tennis is the best exercise because you get to move around a lot and you get to stay socially distanced at all times while playing the game. Here is another great sport to play with your friends. This game doesn't have the benefit of being socially distanced, but you get to move around a lot more and you can have a lot more fun if you're playing with friends. This is also a great substitute to get outside and enjoy the weather. Also, go somewhere new. Try something new. Do something that's different that you haven't done before.
and you should make a great memory while doing it. We have a lot of time at home now, so enjoy and relax. Give yourself a break and take your time. I hope you found these tips helpful. These are a lot of good tips of what to do in the summertime when we have a lot of free time. This is Harmon signing off for GPA TV.
Thank you, Harmon, for that great story. I'm happy that things are going to be opening up this summer. We here at GPA TV like to help the community as much as we can. Mr. Amaya was contacted by a fellow colleague to see if GPA TV can help with getting the word out about hungry students in Vista. Well, we answered the call to help the Vista Teen Outreach Program with a promotional video done by yours truly, feeding the community. Vista Teen Outreach was formed in fall of 2011 by 3 community members who heard of hungry students trying to play sports. They got together and started Hunger Hurts, which is now known today as Vista Teen Outreach. One of the founding members of that group remains today as their president. Their board is small but full of heart. If they can feed one hungry child, they know that they're making a difference. Not only is VTO helping with the students' well-being, but they also strive to keep them in school.
Vista Teen Outreach provides food to 14 middle school and high schools in the Vista School District. We know it's hard to be in school. School's not always fun, and there's nothing worse than trying to get through a day of school and being hungry. So if we can keep one student fed and one more student in school, then we're doing our job. So we just want everyone to have food. If there's no food at home, it's not their fault, and we're just trying to provide supplemental food to keep students in school. So we have a volunteer for each school, and they come to our pantry to pick up the food and for however many students that they need at their school. And the schools can do however they want with the food. They can put it in a pantry, and the students can come pick up food and pick from the school pantry, or they can pack individual bags for students. If they have 15 students at the school that needs a backpack of food, then they can pre-pack the bags, and then the student just picks up a backpack. And for Thanksgiving, we have a special project where we raise money to buy food for Thanksgiving meal. We provide a turkey, pumpkin pie, and all the trimmings. The students fill out an application with their school counselors whether they want to have a meal, and we usually feed 225 families for Thanksgiving, and then we do the same again for spring break, but we do a bag for lunch and breakfast meals for the week out of school. So during COVID, we've had to make several changes because we didn't have access to kids because they weren't in school. So at one point, we gathered a lot of volunteers to pack up bags of food, and we packed up about 225 bags on a weekly basis. Volunteers delivered the food to the school, and then the families would drive up to the school and pick up a bag of groceries. So we did that for several weeks in the pre-COVID months and through the summer. And then currently right now what we're doing, we started delivering food to the homes for families that had COVID or didn't have means of transportation to get out to the school. So we ran a pilot project with 8 volunteers that were packing and driving the food out to about 45 to 60 families on a bi-weekly basis. So the access for a student is really easy. There's no questions asked. There's no applications to fill out. A student just needs to go to the school counselor or the receptionist or a teacher. Anyone on campus should know where the school pantry is. All the schools have a pantry in a different location, either a counselor's office, a teacher's room, or the nurse's office. So you just find out where the pantry is on your campus, and you're welcome to take as much food as you need any day of the week.
Studies have connected food insecurity in children to things such as lower test scores and academic failure. Hungry children have trouble concentrating and struggle with behavioral issues in the classroom. Without sufficient nutrition, kids face a higher risk for developmental impairments. Individuals that have struggled with food insecurity as a child suffer long-term effects such as poor health and lack of readiness. For more information about Vista Teen Outreach, head over to vistateenoutreach.com. For GPA TV, this has been Morgan Linglet. Well, that's it for the 2020 to 2021 school year. Everyone here at Gohomey, we want to wish you the best for our graduating seniors. And the rest of you, Have a safe and amazing summer. This has been Morgan Linglet for GPA TV.